Hello, boys and girls. Let's read Stirring Up Memories by Pam Munoz Ryan. Growing Up. I grew up in the San Joaquin Valley in Bakersfield, California. This area is known for its hot, dry summers. It is often more than 100 degrees. When I was a young girl, I stayed cool by taking swimming lessons and eating ice pops. I also rode my bike to the library. I loved the library for two important reasons. First, I could check out a pile of books and take them home with me. Second, the library was air-conditioned. At my house, I was the oldest of 3 sisters. Next door to us, there lived another 3 girls. They were all younger than me, too. Whenever we played together, I was in charge of what we did. I was the director of the play, or the mom in a pretend family. Sometimes I was the doctor who saved lives. I was also the oldest of the 23 cousins in my family. When we had a family party at my grandmother's house, I was the boss again. I would say, "Let's pretend this is a circus, or a school, or a jungle." Then I would tell everyone what they should do and say. I didn't know it at the time, but I was already creating stories. Okay, pause for a moment and think about what the word creating means. Okay, let's continue. Some of my favorite memories are of those times at my grandmother's house. The kitchen always smelled like onions, garlic, and roasted peppers. There was often a big pot of beans on the stove. A pan of Spanish rice was cooking next to it. When we were all together, it was crowded and noisy. Sound familiar? My story, Mice and Beans, is about a big family gathering and a grandmother who loves to cook. Okay, stop for a moment. Think about what the words memories and familiar mean. Okay, let's continue. Finding an idea. Readers always want to know where I get my ideas. I wish I could say that I go to an idea store and buy them. As far as I know, there is no such place. Sometimes my ideas come from something interesting I might have read about in a book. Sometimes they come from real life, like those times at my grandmother's house. Of course, the clever mice in Mice and Beans didn't come from real life. They came from my imagination. Okay, pause for a minute. Think about what the word imagination means. Okay, let's move on. For Mice and Beans, I wanted to write a story about a grandmother getting ready for a big family party. I wondered what kind of party it could be. I decided on a birthday party for the youngest grandchild. In my mind, I saw the grandmother preparing for a week. Each day, she would carefully clean her kitchen. I wondered why my character was so tidy. Was she worried about ants? Or maybe mice? As I kept thinking, I imagined what it would be like if she already had mice but didn't know it. That idea made the story seem funnier to me. Then one thing led to another. That's what happens when I'm writing. I start out with one idea. Then, the more I think about it, the more choices I have for the story. Sometimes I try out different ideas on paper. Then I choose the one I like best. Many people think that writers look far away to find their stories. The truth is that most writers look within. They stir up memories and then sprinkle them with their imagination. A Writer's Life. Readers often think that a writer's life is glamorous with fancy cars and clothes. For a very few, that might be true, but my life is much different than that. I work at my home in California, near San Diego. I don't have to dress up to go to work. I don't take long train rides because my desk is in my house. I get up early, eat breakfast, and go straight to my office to write. Stop for a moment and think about what the word glamorous means. Okay, let's continue. I have two friends who love to watch me work. They are my dogs, Buddy and Sammy. Almost every day, I take them for a walk, either in my neighborhood or on the beach. For part of the year, my house is mostly quiet. My husband, Jim, and I have 4 children, 2 girls and twin boys. The girls are grown up now, but the boys are still in college. They come home during the summer. Since we live near the Pacific Ocean, there is a lot of going back and forth to the beach. Today, when my children are all together in our house for family occasions, it is crowded and noisy. It's just like when I was a little girl. Sometimes I even cook rice and beans. During these times, we are creating new memories. Maybe someday they'll give me the idea for another story. Pause for a moment. Think about what the word occasions means. Okay, let's move on to hear about the author. Stirring Up Ideas with Pam Munoz Ryan. Pam Munoz Ryan likes to visit classrooms. Children often ask her how to become a writer. If you want to be a writer, first become a reader, Pam says. Daydream every day and pretend often. That's where ideas live, in your imagination. If you think of a story, write it down and save it. Someday it might be the seed that grows into something magnificent.